How y'all doing? I'm going to do a little video here on a kind of a review on the Lava Me 2 guitar from China. It's a carbon fiber hybrid material that they use, and I just bought one and I got it about several days ago, and I've been playing it and trying to analyze what I think of it. And so this video is going to be about that. One thing I neglected to mention in the video was that you can make a bar chord of the octave on this guitar because the neck is longer. So that is that is kind of a thing that takes a little getting used to, is that the neck feels longer and your left hand is further away, just slightly further away than a regular guitar. So that's something I neglected to mention in the video that I think is important. Takes a little getting used to. Other than that, I think we covered pretty much everything in the video that I wanted to share with you. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Lava Me 2 carbon fiber hybrid guitar from China. This is guitar I just received in the mail not too long ago. I've had it for several days. It's a Lava Me 2, L-A-V-A-M-E number 2. In other words, it's the second version of this guitar. I can tell you right off that I really like it a lot. It was bigger than I expected, to be honest with you. It looks small when you look at it. I'm sitting here playing with it, but if you look down on it as you're playing, it just looks like just a good size to me. But I was worried before I got it here in my hands that it was going to feel too small and hard to play because it was so small. But I have fairly slender fingers, so even though I have pretty big hands, I'm getting used to it. I mean, it's kind of like anything else, you know. Your fingers find a way to stop the buzzing, or at least reduce the buzzing. So I'm enjoying that part about it. The other thing that I agree with on a lot of the videos you see is that it's a loud instrument. People have said they weren't expecting it to be loud, but it's loud. When you play it, it's got a nice volume. It's got a lot of resonance, and it just really emits volume. You know, just sounds really good. The other thing that I really like about it, that is probably part of the technology built into it, is that they were able to really maximize the intonation on this instrument. It frets out. I mean, it just, you know, I'm sure you all have had guitars that you just couldn't get in tune. Well, this guitar, it plays in tune, even when you put a capo on. A lot of times, some guitars, even though they may play in tune, you put a capo on them, and they'll go out of tune. There's just something about wooden guitars that just aren't there. They just aren't, evidently they don't have the precision that this instrument seems to have been created with, and they don't fret out when you put a capo on. But when you put one on this guitar, I don't have one handy right now, but when I do put it on, it plays in tune, which is great, you know. I like my action on, I have a Larrivee D9, and that's what I usually play when I'm playing in public, and it has really close action. I mean, it's just really good. And so I wasn't quite used to this as being a little bit higher than that, but I'm getting used to it now, and it's actually not bad at all. It's pretty good. And the bridge, the saddle and the guitar, the saddle is it comes relatively high. So you can, if you wanted to have a little lower action, you could definitely lower it by a couple millimeters, which would be a fairly significant amount. It's low in the first position, down here in the beginning, the first few frets. The action is close to the strings, but as it goes up the neck, it gets wider. But frets out and just plays really well in tune. I like that about it. And I like the electric aspect of it too. You have these sounds, and you've heard other videos, people demonstrating the sound, so I won't bore you with that. But it has, you know, the chorus effect. There's a button in here, a toggle button inside that you flip. It's kind of recessed quite a bit, so it's not the easiest button to change from one position to the other, but you can do it. And it goes between delay with multiple delays in it, from fast delay to a slow delay, and it's got chorus on one side that you can change how much you want to put in it. Where you really notice these effects is when you plug it in with an amp, then or a PA system. You really notice it really comes alive then, and it really fills up if you're playing rhythm on something and you put it in chorus, it really fills up the body of the song you're playing with that chorus effect. So it's really cool, really neat. Same with the reverb and the delay. They all are amplified, much more prevalent when you have it plugged into an amplifier or a PA system. So that's really nice. People are kind of blown away when I brought it. I played it the other day. Just brought it with a group of friends of mine that we get together, and they were pretty blown away by the effects and how nice they sounded, and how nice the guitar sounded just in general. I've heard people talk about this guitar sounding like a toy, and that is the farthest thing from the truth. This guitar does not sound like a toy. It sounds great for the size that it is. I've had a lot of guitars, and I know a good guitar when I hear one, and this certainly is not a toy. This is a nice sounding instrument. So don't listen to those comments, because they're just flat not true. Whatever they've done with this technology, they talk about the honeycomb effect or whatever that is, really has made it a very acoustically porous, alive sounding. You can hear it just in my tap on the guitar. It's got a lot of resonance and a lot of free-flowing vibrations. One thing I don't like about it especially, but I have a guitar strap, so I use that, is that it kind of slides on my lap. It kind of slides away from me, and I wish it didn't slide away. Other people have said didn't seem to think it was an issue, but it's round and it's real smooth, and it's rounded all over, all around the edges, and I'm sure that may have something to do with the fact that it's molded. But with the strap, it's really nice. I told them, I sent an email in response to them. I had a concern about these buttons, because when I first got the guitar, these buttons were so tight against the body of the guitar that they weren't moving, and I thought, oh man, I got something wrong with my knobs on this guitar. You know, I thought they weren't moving freely, and I was all set to send it back. I had it all packaged up and all the wrapping on it just the way it came, and I had sent an email to Lava Music, asking them, you know, if anything could be done, and because I knew there wouldn't be a place here in the United States where I could send it to them. So anyway, the guy texted me back. Oh, he said that's a simple problem to solve. And all I did was just pull them out a little bit from the body of the guitar, and just a hair. Just pulled them out just a hair from the body, and they work great. Just free as can be. So if you get one of these and happen to find that one of your buttons feels tight, just pull it away slightly from the bottom of the instrument, and it'll free it right up. So anyway, that was something that really concerned me. I didn't really want to have to send the guitar back to China, so I was happy about that. And when I communicated with them by email, I told them, you know, one thing that I don't like about this guitar case, this thing right here in front of me, which is real nice. I mean, it's a very nice case. You know, it's nice you're getting a case with this guitar, and it fits like a glove, and that's what I don't like about it. It's so tight that you can barely get a guitar strap in it. You know, like this is really snug. I got a real thin one just because of that fact, and it will fit in here. If I manipulate this strap just the right way, it'll fit in. But it takes an act of Congress to get this guitar to fit in this case. And so if every time you play your guitar, you have to take your guitar strap off if you want it to fit in the case. So that's an issue for me. And the other issue is that there's absolutely no place to put a cord, a guitar cord, or anything. I don't think you could get I have the type of capo that is kind of real close to the top here. I'll probably be able to get that on in there. It's not one of those big clamp kind. It just kind of slides on here, and it has a little knob on the bottom. I may be able to get that in. I haven't tried, but you can't put anything in this case. So that to me that's kind of an issue, because anybody who plays a musical instrument has little accessories they like to bring along with them. So you got to start carrying another little accessory bag with all your cords and stuff on this guitar because of this case, if you want to use this case. So I guess the alternative might be to find another case, like maybe a Baby Taylor or something like that. That might be a similar size. I haven't looked into that at all to see if those cases would fit, but that's something to consider if you like to carry accessories around with you, like a basic guitar cord to plug into an amp. You know, that presents a problem. But all in all, I would tell you that this guitar is worth $699, which is what it cost. I just think it's really good. I just hope I never have any issues with it, because just like it is now, it's a great instrument, and I highly recommend them. And I hope you have as good an experience with yours as I have had with mine so far. Thanks for watching.